The history of Canada is rich and complex, spanning thousands of years. Here is a detailed overview of the history of Canada, from its earliest Indigenous settlements to the present day. Pre-colonial era. The history of Canada begins with its Indigenous peoples, who have inhabited the land for at least 12,000 years. Various Indigenous groups, including the First Nations, Inuit, and Métis, established complex societies, developed sophisticated cultures, and thrived through hunting, fishing, agriculture, and trade. These Indigenous societies had diverse languages, traditions, and governance systems. European exploration and early settlement. The first recorded European contact with Canada was by Norse explorer Leif Erikson around the year 1000. However, sustained European exploration and settlement did not occur until the late 15th century. John Cabot, an Italian explorer sailing under the English flag, reached Newfoundland in 1497. French explorer Jacques Cartier made several voyages to Canada in the early 16th century, exploring the Gulf of St. Lawrence and establishing early French claims to the region. Colonial rivalries and British control. In the 17th century, French fur traders established settlements in present-day Quebec and Acadia, now Nova Scotia. Meanwhile, English colonies were established along the Atlantic coast, including Newfoundland and the Hudson Bay area. The rivalry between France and Britain for control of North America led to a series of conflicts, including the French and Indian War 1754-1763, which ended with the British gaining control of Canada. The British North America Act and Confederation. Following the American Revolution, thousands of Loyalists, Americans loyal to the British Crown, migrated north to Canada, expanding the English-speaking population. In 1867, the British North America Act was passed, uniting the provinces of Canada, Ontario and Quebec, New Brunswick, and Nova Scotia into the Dominion of Canada. This event is known as Confederation and is celebrated as Canada's birth. Expansion and the westward movement. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, Canada experienced rapid expansion and westward movement. The Dominion of Canada acquired additional territories, including Manitoba 1870, British Columbia 1871, Prince Edward Island 1873, and the Northwest Territories 1870, through purchase, negotiation, or annexation. The Canadian Pacific Railway, completed in 1885, played a significant role in linking the vast country from coast to coast. World Wars and modernization. Canada played a significant role in both World War I and World War II, contributing troops, resources, and industry to the Allied cause. The sacrifices made during these conflicts helped shape Canada's national identity and fostered a sense of independence. Following World War II, Canada experienced rapid industrialization and urbanization, transforming it into a modern welfare state with social programs and increased government involvement in the economy. Quebec sovereignty movement and Indigenous rights. Throughout the latter half of the 20th century, Quebec experienced a strong sovereignty movement seeking independence from Canada. Several referendums were held, with the most notable being the 1980 and 1995 referendums, both of which resulted in a majority voting to remain within Canada. The government has made efforts to address the concerns of Indigenous peoples and recognize their rights, including the establishment of land claim settlements and the 2008 apology for the residential school system. Modern Canada. Canada has continued to evolve and diversify in recent decades. It has become a multicultural society, with immigration playing a crucial role in its demographic and economic growth. Indigenous rights, reconciliation efforts, and environmental concerns have gained increased prominence on the national agenda. Canada has also faced challenges related to regional disparities, economic inequality, and debates over resource development and environmental sustainability.